Hello and welcome to LexLocal. I'm your host, Rick Dorrington. In our top story, the Lexington Teacher Education Association and School Committee have reached a tentative contract agreement. The agreement came after a 10-hour bargaining session on Thursday. We talked to Avon Lewis and Robin Strezak from the LEA.
It went great. Everyone was there with the right attitude for the right reasons and ready to work together and actually hammer something out.
Some of the biggest items were around workload. One of the areas of significant contention was elementary half days. It provides vital time for staff to work together, and we were able to preserve those into the future, which we are very glad about. Another big piece is at the secondary level. We have a number of departments where teachers teach 125, large caseloads. It is unmanageable for staff. And so we have gotten the district to agree that over the next 4 years, we're going to get that down to 105, which is one of the hard things we were really working for.
I think, along with that, education has gotten obviously harder and harder for people. It's a difficult career anyway, and to be recognized for that, to be recognized that people are working themselves to the bone and that at this point something has to change, otherwise we can't continue on, and to be taken seriously, to be respected in that way and to be heard is excellent. We've lost so many good educators over the past few years. That to know that we have a reason to stay, we have a reason that people want to be here. I'm really excited for the future.
Superintendent of Lexington Schools, Dr. Julie Hackett, also congratulated the bargaining team on their hard work. Minuteman High School is also making news. Students there are protesting Superintendent Dr. Kathleen Dawson's decision to not renew Principal George Clement's contract. Over 1,000 students have signed an online petition. Signs are popping up all over the school, and a student walkout is planned for May 8th. We had the opportunity to speak with a few of the students organizing the walkout.
So we're here at Minuteman Technical High School getting some more information about the principal situation.
About a week ago, I found out that the superintendent was not going to renew his contract of 3 years, so he wasn't going to be principal next year, and I wanted to do something about it. So I started the petition, Save Mr. Clement, to help get the support from the parents and community and students to show how much we care about Mr. Clement and hopefully save him and be principal next year.
The only rumor I've heard is because he stood up for the teachers during their contract debates. I think it's a very gross mismanagement of the school. I think the superintendent is treating it like a business where executives can just be removed whenever they wish. And I think she's missing the point of a school. The school is to help prepare the students to take over society in the future, not to make money. It's ridiculous, to be honest.
My name is Michelle Orfanos. My nephew and my son go to Minuteman. This has really upset the whole community. These kids started out with a petition for 500 people. They ended up getting over 1,000 signatures because people really support this principal. He's been a great leader. He's been an outstanding advocate of students and what they need. And when the parents reach out to the superintendent, myself and others, and the school committee, we've really gotten no response as to what's happening and why. It is important that parents realize that they need to make their voices heard. You need to reach out to the school committee and explain to them how you feel and how you support the principal.
Not been many responses from the school committee right now, but I have also told on the Instagram page that they can send public comments to the school committee showing their support for Mr. Clement, and those will be read in the next school committee meeting on May 16th.
They know we have numbers, we just need to show them. However, I just learned that on May 16th, they will not be meeting in person, the school committee. They will not be meeting with parents and students in person. So we need to pack whatever meeting we can and tell the school committee directly that we want our principal back. This is ridiculous.
Parents want to reach out to you or give their opinion on how great Mr. Clement is. How do they find it on your social, or what is your email for them to reach you?
So they can reach me at abros1333@gmail.com, or they can go to the Instagram page mrhs.2023.seniors. That's where all the information has been shared on. Yes, there's so many stories about how he's been supportive, helpful. He's been such a leader, especially because he's been here since 2009. he's been a teacher and now an administrator. He's helped all the students throughout the whole entire school, that every alumni and student knows who he is and has either a personal connection with them or just know how kind and a leader he is.
So this has come as a complete shock to the school community?
Yes, definitely. Some of the alumni reached out to me and they were in complete shock that he was even being considered not coming back to the school because she won't renew his contract.
We reached out to the superintendent, but she hasn't released a statement yet. We'll have more on that story as it develops. The residents of Captain Parker Arms in Lexington have suddenly stopped getting their mail delivered. Residents were confused when around February, the mail just stopped showing up. With no official word, last week the post office put up signs in the lobbies of their mailroom saying the mail is being held at the post office. We met up with 96-year-old Anahid Shangalian, who said she wants her mail delivered just as it always has been.
A few weeks ago, all of a sudden I'm saying, gee, I didn't get any mail. And I'm blaming my son. I says, I didn't get any mail today. Wait till tomorrow. I wait tomorrow. No mail for a few days. And I said, this is something's unusual. And I didn't know, nobody told me that they weren't going to be delivering mail. So I'm waiting patiently, and then I think one of the neighbors told me that they were not going to deliver the mail. I says, why? Because something to do with the post box that we have. What am I going to do? I don't have a car. I'm 96 years old, and I want to get my mail because I must have bills, receipts, maybe a check in the mail. I'd like my mail delivered every day to my post box.
We also spoke with Captain Parker resident Ann Gilbert, who's been back and forth with the post office. She says she wants more communication.
About a month into this, we were approached at the curb by a mailman who said, nope, those mailboxes are dangerous, not delivering mail, can't be delivered here, I've hurt my hand. And so, not meaning to be glib, we said, could you get gloves? These are mailboxes that have been in this building for 50 years, 60 years, always been used. I mean, they've been in constant use since that time. Originally, there was no notification, we had no idea, and so eventually we started asking around, and my husband went to the post office and they said, oh, we're holding your mail here. And he said, oh, so if you produce identification and you go during business hours and stand in the line at the post office, because there are a lot of apartments at Captain Parker Arms, you can collect your mail. We can't get there during those hours. And of course, everybody relies on having a mailbox. They come home, they open it after work, and then they can check their mail. Captain Parker Arms is a wonderful place to live. And for a lot of people, this is their first residence in Lexington. I'll admit, for me, it's my last. We sold a house and we moved in here. But a lot of people are not familiar with the system here. They don't speak English as a first language, and being able to navigate all of these websites or get their question answered or even understand what it means when someone says to you, we're dealing with it. We have a plan in place. Well, this has been going on for 2 months and there's been no communication, so how will we know if their plan is being executed or if there's been a problem in the plan?
We reached out to the Lexington Post Office, who declined to make a statement. We'll be back right after this short break. Stay with us. Tchaikovsky, Chuck Berry, Bob Dylan, and now the Lexington High School Choir all share something in common. They can all say that they've performed at Carnegie Hall. Under the direction of Jason Iannuzzi, director of the LHS Choir, 82 LHS students took the hallowed stage as part of the Mid-America Productions' 40th anniversary concert season.
You know, I told the students, I said, it doesn't matter how many times where you've performed or how many times you performed at Carnegie Hall, the experience doesn't get old, you can't be jaded by it. It's the hall itself, it's not a huge hall, but it's a very beautiful hall. It's historic. I remember thinking the first time I went in there that if you're very quiet, maybe you could even hear, echoes of performances past. And we're talking about Tchaikovsky played at Carnegie Hall. It was one of the first conductors to perform his own music at Carnegie Hall. Gustav Mahler played there, Brahms, conducted his own symphonies there and so on. So, I mean, the idea that you're walking into a space where these legendary musicians perform this music, which is, had staying power over centuries, is really exciting. If we can add our voice in some small way to that, that's pretty darn exciting. Next for Lexington choruses, there's no rest for the weary, so we're off to the races with our series of Pops concerts, which happen here at the high school in the gymnasium on May 20th and 21st. And among other pieces, we have a set of pieces which we call a night at the opera, and we'll close the concert with a combined performance with all the choruses and the LHS Chamber Orchestra doing the Borody and Polovetzian dances. Should be quite exciting.
Be sure to check out LexMedia's coverage of the Pops concerts in late May. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now on to Patriots Day. Did you ever wonder who judges those floats as they parade past you on Mass Ave? Well, we did. Take a look.
So we are just a few hours away from the start of the parade, and I have found two parade judges sitting here in a golf cart. Tell us your names.
Hello, Turco.
And Carla Fortman.
And you are both judges, and I assume you're lifelong residents of Lexington?
I am no longer in Lexington, but I was here 40 years.
I've been here since 1973.
And I found one more judge. Tell us your name.
Norman Cohen.
How many years have you been a judge?
Well, this is my second year as a judge, but I am a former selectman, and so I've been here since Lexington since 1966, and I think we've gone to every single parade.
So now, why are you in a golf cart?
It's a long walk, when you want to start going to each one of these floats, because it just heads up Mass Avenue, and having a golf cart makes it a lot easier, but more so a lot quicker.
Okay, so this is what you'll be doing before the parade begins. You'll be in the golf cart on the parade route looking at all of the floats.
And we have to go up, judge, and then go back and make sure the prizes are put on the float so people know who won.
And what are you going to be looking for today in the floats?
When I look at the floats, it's specifically, first thing, creativity. You want to see who's very creative, who's got the standout float that basically wants to bring you to it to find out more about it. So we end up, some cases, interviewing the people that are on the float. We'll basically take how long did it take you to build a float? Is this a second year, third year, fourth year, that kind of thing.
And Carla, what do you look for as a judge?
I look a lot at the materials they use and, how recyclable they are, how natural they are, how do they fit the topic that they've chosen. There's a first and second prize for 3 different categories, and that's commercial. There's no cash prizes for commercial. And then for youth and for civic, there'll be cash prizes for first and second, and honorable mention for all 3 categories.
Well, thank you for giving us a little behind-the-scenes look at what goes on in judging, and have a great Patriots Day.
Very nice.
Congratulations go out to Bob Burbage, the 2023 White Tricorn Hat winner. We take a look behind the scenes and the history behind one of Lexington's biggest honors.
Well, the White Tricorn Hat has been awarded to an outstanding Lexington resident since about 1954. And the Lions Club has been fortunate enough to organize and support the activity. And we utilize the resource of a lot of local nonprofit organizations and town organizations in processing the selection of the nominations. I've been involved with the White Tricorn Hat Collection Committee since about 2001. And my role really is to assist the president and the immediate past president in organizing the White Tricorn Hat Selection Committee.
The committee selects the person who, in their opinion, best meets the following criteria. He or she has demonstrated a dedication to the principles of outstanding citizenship, has advanced the American way of life in Lexington, and has given unselfishly of his or her talents over the years and beyond the bounds of their occupation. This year, the White Tricorn Hat Selection Committee consisted of the president of the Rotary Club, the president of the Chamber of Commerce, a representative of the Indian Americans of Lexington, a representative of the Lexington area interfaith community, the immediate past president, the current president of the Lions Club, a representative of the Lexington Historical Society, and the past 2 recipients of the White Tricorn Hat Award.
So each person on the selection committee reviews the applications that we provide from the nominations of the individuals, and based on what they look at and based solely on the nomination information, they independently vote on selecting someone who represents the outstanding citizenships of Lexington. None of the people represented on the committee have any idea as to who the final person is going to be selected. They, like everybody else, has to go to the Lexington Battle Green on Patriots Day morning, which at that point the winner is revealed.
I was very proud to be the recipient of the White Tricorn Hat in 2005. And my husband, Peter, who also grew up in Lexington, was the recipient in 2001. As I said, both Peter and I have received the hat, and he knew nothing about it when he got it in 2001, but we were able to get him down onto the green, and he was as surprised as anybody. And the same with me, although the year I received it, there was a very bad storm that day. So all the proceedings were done inside. And I remember sitting in the middle of the auditorium at Cary Hall, and all of a sudden my name was announced, and I remember starting to cry. I was just very proud to be a recipient, and both Peter and I are.
To quote one of the nominations for this recipient, his leadership, commitment, and inclusiveness have made Lexington a better place for the past, current, and future residents. He is a true gentleman and well deserving of this recognition. It's my honor to announce the 2023 White Tricorn Hat recipient, Bob Burbage. Bob, if you could please come forward.
My name is Bob Burbage, and I am deeply honored to be the 2023 recipient of the Lexington Lions Club White Tricorn Hat Award. It's quite meaningful, especially being in this town with so many great volunteers, so many people that are deserving of this award. So for me, it was very special. To arrive on the green that morning, I was there, frankly, to congratulate the winner of the Minuteman Cain Award, who was a dear friend. So nobody had to coerce me to be at the green that morning. So that was an easy lift for people that felt I needed to get there. So once they started to make a description of who was getting this year's award, when they said someone who has been in Lexington since the 50s, I said, well, that eliminates a lot of the population. But as time wore on and they said a few more things, they kind of figured out it was me about halfway through. So it was indeed a very, very proud moment. Sad in the sense that there were so many other people out there that I felt should have been honored. So for me to get it was truly special.
This year's Patriots Day coincided with the Muslim celebration of Ramadan. The holiday is celebrated by Muslims worldwide. The faithful observe a month of fasting and spiritual growth. The Muslim American Community Center of Lexington held its yearly Eid Bazaar and several iftars. MACC volunteers provided the taste of their final iftar, celebrated at the end of the fast.
My name is Neela Karim, and I'm a member of the Makalam family, Muslim American Community Center of Lexington, and today is our Eid Bazaar, just like every year that we have been doing it from the beginning. And there is a lot of enthusiasm, and you can see all of the vendors. This year there have been more participation of the vendors, and despite the cold weather, everyone seems to be enjoying the Eid Bazaar with volunteers, participants, and also the vendors. So inshallah it will be another success. There are good vibes, and seems to be everyone having a good time.
You know what? This is a place where you feel that there is a sense of belonging. This is a place where we all come to achieve great things. Together we can do more.
A lot more.
Together we can be very powerful. A place to be. You want people who are professional, great dreams, great aspirations, caring for each other. You don't waste your time. You come to Lexington. Period.
Ramadan Mubarak, everyone.
We love it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. We need everybody.
We will have another bazaar coming soon, inshallah. And we'll have more varieties. If you are interested, we will let you know the date.
Thank you.
Inshallah.
So here you see vendors selling all the Turkish exclusive.
Alhamdulillah. And we had, mashallah, lots of people who are enjoying iftar, and it is our first iftar this Ramadan as a community for this year. It's so much fun. Thank you.
It was amazing.
Yeah, we almost had a full house.
And
really
amazing
great.
food. I think inshallah we want to see you guys more often. We have a dinner every weekend. Inshallah Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So please join us, and also please come to pray Tarawih.
Absolutely. Yeah, happy Ramadan everyone. Ramadan Mubarak.
Sorry.
This is the month of Ramadan, which is one of the holiest months, and this is the 9th month of the Arabic calendar year. Today we are very proud to have our selectman, Joe Petto, and his wife, Jerry. Will also have selectman Mark Sandin coming to join us, along with some other Interfaith community members joining us for iftar, and also they will participate, or they will be here with us during the prayer, and that's going to be followed by iftar.
There's more ahead. We'll be right back. The Lexington Lions Club has been hosting a Patriots Day 5-mile race since 1914. It's one of the oldest in the country, and you just never know who you might see running.
Hi, it's Julie Manukian with LexMedia, and today I am with Mr. Doug Lucente. Happy Patriots Day!
Happy Patriots Day, Julie. Thanks for coming out.
You're not only a selectman, you are very involved in the Lions Club. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I've been involved in the Lions Club since I was a young kid. My dad is a Lion, and it's sort of a thing in the family. So it's being passed on from generation to generation. So, and I've been involved with the Patriots Day road race since I was about 8.
Wow.
Helping out. So
It's a long time. So tell us about the road race, a little bit about the route. How long is it?
yeah, so the race is 5 miles, and the route goes from it starts right next to Buckman Tavern, and it goes down Mass Ave till you get to the museum. Take a right after that. You go up, stay on Merritt Road until you get to Lincoln Street. Take another right, go by the fields at Lincoln Street, and then you get to the town pools. You take a left, and then back to Mass Ave, and it ends right over here, right in front of Hancock Church.
And will you be running today?
I, in 48 years, have never run. I'm not a runner. I run things, but not races. So
Yes, that's right. You do. You run meetings, but you don't run races.
meetings and road races, but not actually running in races, yeah.
How do you think the weather's going to work out today?
You know, this is actually perfect weather for runners. It's not too hot, not too cold. I think it's going to be a great race. This is our 109th year, 4th oldest road race in the country, and we're proud to keep having the tradition stay alive.
And now I'm with Mr. Jim Malloy, our town manager. Happy Patriots Day.
Happy Patriots Day.
And it looks like you are going to be running in the road race.
I'm going to be running, yes. And I will guarantee you that I will be the fastest town manager in today's race.
So why do you participate in this particular race?
Well, I'm here already. I got up at 4:15 to be here at 5:30 for the reenactment, and it's a great way to support the community and the Lions Club.
So you feeling good about your race today?
Yes, if I can beat some of the younger people who work in my office, I'd be really happy, but I'm not counting on it.
And what is your time that you're hoping to beat?
Somewhere between 35 and 40 minutes, I think, would be great.
Okay, folks, you heard it, between 35 and 40 minutes. Okay, well, good luck on the race today.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, we came from Michigan. I don't know. It took us 55 minutes.
So what's your name?
Gus.
And did you run the race here today?
Yes.
What was your favorite part?
Running.
Running? Nice. And what's your name?
Rose.
That's a beautiful name. Did you also run?
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. You guys are running as a family. That's so sweet. Have a great day.
The race is a fundraiser. The Lexington Lions Club raised $17,000 for its Journey for Sight program, which funds eye disease research efforts at leading institutions in Massachusetts. Patriots Day and all the events around it are a special time in Lexington. LexMedia, the staff, and a team of volunteers covered 20-plus events over that weekend. And, well, we couldn't resist. Here's a look at the highlights.
Set forth today to right the unspeakable wrongs of this day, set your bravery against the brutality that
Seems to be a commotion down near Buckman Tavern.
Revere! My name is Revere, and I have urgent news for Mr. Hancock and Mr. Adams. There's no time to lose. I must see them immediately.
You're making entirely too much noise.
Noise? There'll be noise enough before long. The regulars are coming out in force. I must awaken Mr. Hancock and Mr. Adams and warn them of the danger.
And the first armed confrontation of the American Revolution will begin.
return to your homes! Disperse on you!
The battle is over. 8 colonists lay dead and 9 wounded. Villagers, family, and friends have gone to the aid of the wounded and grieved over their loved ones. All are stunned at what just happened.
Hi, I'm Will John with LexMedia, here checking out Local Troop 160's annual Pancake Breakfast. The Pancake Breakfast with Troop 160 has been going for over 50 years, and last year they had 1,200 people come and made over 2,000 pounds of pancakes.
My name is Jim Shaw. I'm here with Justine Wartanen.
Hello. Hi, Jim.
How are you?
Good.
Welcome to a soggy Patriots Day parade.
Jim, Justine, thanks for having me back again this year. Rain or shine, what a glorious morning, afternoon for America.
I just want to thank everyone who came out today. And, this was a wonderful Patriots Day. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Everyone who weathered the weather to be here.
Yeah.
Special accolades, because it really was exciting, even though it was drippy.
So we want to thank again everybody for joining us today. Thank everybody who helped put on this parade.
Thanks for joining us. For all of us here at LexMedia, I'm Rick Torrance.